What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We've waited for this day for a long time, but today is officially the first Sunday of the 2025 NFL regular season. And really quick, I wanted to give my rapid fire picks on some of my favorite games of the day. First things first, with a little bit of a slow one. We got the Steelers going up against the Jets. Aaron Rodgers goes back over to New York. Justin Fields, we get to see that revamped offense in New York, if you want to call it that. We get to see DK Metcalf in a Steelers uniform. Overall, this is a really interesting game. I'm rolling with Aaron Rodgers to get this one in New York, to get his revenge. And the Steelers start 1-0. From there, we also got the Panthers going up against the Jaguars. I really like this Panthers team. I think their defense is really underrated. The addition drafting Ted McMillan with Bryce Young, with the rest of the young core that they have over there, a mix of young receivers with older, like Hunter Renfrow. Across the board, I really like this Panthers team, and I'm rolling with the Panthers to get this one in Jacksonville. Also from there, we got the Buccaneers going up against the Atlanta Falcons in Atlanta. Of course, the Buccaneers have been kind of controlling that division for the longest time, but the Falcons this year, with Michael Penix, with Drake London, with Bijan Robinson, I expect Kyle Pitts to have a little bit of a bounce back year this year. I think this is going to be a top 15 offense in the Atlanta Falcons, and I think they have a really, really fun team to watch. I'm rolling with the Falcons to get this one in Atlanta, split the season series with the Buccaneers, but they start the season off 1-0. From there, Patriots at Raiders, or Raiders at Patriots, I should say. This is a really fun Patriots team. No other way to say it. A really sleeper team with Drake May, sleeper offense, add Stephon Diggs, one of the best defenses in the league, going up against a revamped Raiders team, bringing in Pete Carroll in the offseason, bringing in Geno Smith from Seattle, his buddy from Seattle that he used to coach. They still have Brock Bowers. They still have Max Crosby. Re-signed Jacoby Myers to a long-term deal. But I'm still rolling with the Patriots to get this one. This is a really good Patriots team, and do not sleep on them as they kind of go throughout the season. This is going to be a really fun team to keep an eye out on. That closes out the 1 o'clock slate in terms of the fun games. For the 4 o'clocks, starting first things first, Seahawks hosting the San Francisco 49ers. 49ers, a new revamped defense. They lose a bunch of pieces on the back line without losing Drake Greenlaw, losing Tua Hufanga, still having Fred Warner and Nick Bosa, but I'm looking at that offense to kind of pick up on that on the defensive issues. Brock Purdy, I'm looking at him to kind of take the next step forward. Christian McCaffrey, what's going on with him? Missed some time in practice with a calf injury. Didn't practice a whole lot this week, but they still have Jawan Jennings, still have Brandon Ayuk, still have traded for Brian Robinson, still have Ricky Pearsall, even though they lost out on Deebo Samuel. I think this is still a good 49ers team, but I think the Seattle Seahawks team is even better. Adding Cooper Kupp. I expect Jackson Smith and Jigba to get take a couple steps forward as a wide receiver one over there in Seattle in his third year. I expect that defense to continue and improve on what steps they made last year, because they were like a borderline top 12 defense in the league, and that might be underrating them a little bit. Still have Kenneth Walker, bring in Sam Darnold, but I think their addition of a new offensive coordinator is going to make the difference. Gary Kubiak loves to run the ball. Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet, I expect to get a lot of different looks with them and kind of let the offense roll through the run game. I really like the Seahawks identity, and in general, I love this team. I'm rolling with the Seahawks to get the win, hosting the San Francisco 49ers in this one. From there, though, Lions at Packers. This is one of the best games of the week. Plain and simple. Micah Parsons makes his debut. Really quick, if there's anybody that you guys want to bet on, in my opinion, bet on Matthew Golden anytime touchdown. I think without Jaden Reed, I think Jordan Love is going to be looking for Matthew Golden across the field. I think the Lions defense took a big hit losing Carlton Davis. Their secondary did. I think this is a really depleted Lions back line secondary, and I think the Packers are going to take full advantage of that. I got the Packers in this one as they're hosting this one for the first of 2 games this season between them and the Lions. I expect them to split, but I'm rolling with the Packers to get this one for the 4 o'clock slate. My last game I want to touch on, and I think you guys know exactly what I'm going to say. Ravens at Bills. Lamar Jackson against Josh Allen. James Cook, Derrick Henry. The two defenses across the board. This could be an AFC Championship preview. These are two of the best teams in the league. This is going to be a really fun game. We saw this game week 1 last year, and the Ravens just ran all over them. Derrick Henry had a field day. Lamar Jackson had a field day. I expect something similar. I don't expect it to be as bad. I think the Bills are going to be coming out with a sense of authority, sense of urgency, especially throughout the season. I think this is the Bills' last season to make a real make a real Super Bowl push. They'll still be in the playoffs, but their Super Bowl window is closing, plain and simple. You got paychecks coming up. You had to pay James Cook this offseason. Nobody's getting any younger, plain and simple. I'm really looking at this Bills team to make some strides forward. Keon Coleman in his sophomore year, I expect him to make some strides forward, but I still like these Ravens. I think adding Jaire Alexander on an already loaded defense is insane to me, and that offense speaks for itself. Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews, even though you want to blame him for the 2-point conversion, hell, I blame him too. It was crazy that he missed that play, but the Ravens are going to have an opportunity at some revenge, going back up to Buffalo for the first time since that game. So I'm liking the Ravens in this one. Let me know what you guys think of my picks. Am I right? Am I wrong? I know this is a little bit longer video than I normally do, but be on the lookout for my live stream around 1 o'clock. I'll give my reactions to some of the 1 o'clock slate before I head off to work. But I'll see you guys on the flip side. Bye-bye.